Welcome to Retro Video Playback and to episode 28 of Tape Talk Tuesday. This week I'm taking a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, on VHS.
Awesome! Righteous!
This copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on VHS from 1990 is the original copy that my family owned. Purchased before I was born, I remember this movie being on the shelf my entire childhood, and based on the wear of the sleeve, you can see that the movie was well loved. Growing up in a house of 4 boys, I remember we were obsessed with the Ninja Turtles, each of us having an assigned character. And with that, I can't remember a time in my childhood where this movie wasn't being watched. However, it's been a bit since I saw it, watching it for the first time in a long time in preparation for this episode of Tape Talk Tuesday. I don't especially like an overly worn VHS box, but with this tape in particular, knowing that my family is the original owners, and knowing the history behind that wear and tear, there's something endearing about the way it now looks nearly 35 years later. This box overall has always felt busy to me, I think because I've mostly seen it from the side on the shelf, which is pretty busy, but when you focus on the front cover, it's actually pretty straightforward. We've got a bold font for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with a cool green neon back glow. Just underneath is a happy-looking group of the movie's namesake, the green glow extending behind them. At the very bottom is a smaller version of the same font that reads, The Movie. If you look this movie up though, it doesn't actually appear to be officially called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm going to assume that it was a labeling choice for the VHS release, so as not to confuse consumers when they saw it in the store, maybe mistaking it for something related to the TV series that was running at the time from 87 to 96, but who knows, maybe I'm incorrect and it is officially called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. This design is pretty decent, but I prefer the design that was used for the theatrical poster. This VHS cover makes the movie seem more low budget, which I guess it actually kind of was. Closing out the cover is an FHE logo, Family Home Entertainment. I get that it's the company's logo, but the logo really throws me off and stands out like a sore thumb on an otherwise good front cover. The top has the same logo from the front, just reformatted a little bit to accommodate the shape difference. Supporting my theory of the words "the movie" not being a part of the official movie title is the way the words look tacked on here, like they were a quick afterthought after the design was already done. The spines, as I mentioned, feel a little busy. For one, we've got 2 different pictures when in most cases on VHS movies you usually only get 1. Working our way from top to bottom though, one spine has another FHE logo, a posed shot of Donatello, the movie title, another shot of Donatello, but this time a still from the movie, the words, the movie, and then the various icons and printed in USA. The other spine mirrors the first, but the pictures are swapped out. The first is a stage shot like the first spine, this time of Raphael, and then there's another still of Donatello. Clearly, whoever designed this box was a Donatello fan. Personally, Raphael was my go-to turtle, for better or for worse. The relative busyness of the spines continues on to the back of the box. Along the top are 3 images. There's a shot of Leonardo, a shot of April O'Neil with Raphael, and a shot of Casey Jones, Splinter, Danny, and an extra. It's so odd, especially with how many shots are on this box, that while Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael all have 1 to 3 shots each, Michelangelo doesn't get 1, and instead only appears in the group shots. Speaking of, lower down on the back of the box is the shot of the turtles peeking out of the sewer like we saw on the theatrical poster. Under the 3 shots at the top is a quote that stands out. "Charmed the shell out of me. The most original idea in years." Maybe Joel Siegel of Good Morning America is referring to something specific in the movie, but I'm not sure that a movie based on an existing comic series and an existing TV show is the most original idea. The quote should have just been, "Charmed the shell out of me." Leave it at that, Joel. Then there are a couple of more quotes. The most popular heroes this side of the Batcave, and Jim Henson's done a spectacular job in bringing the turtles to life. Next is the write-up. Now you can catch America's favorite green teens in their first live-action blockbuster film. After wading in a puddle of radioactive waste, these radical reptiles are transformed into New York City's greatest crime-fighting quartet. Featuring hot new music by MC Hammer, this film will captivate adults and kids alike with its blend of humor, camaraderie, and martial arts action. Don't miss this blockbuster movie. You'll have one shell of a good time. Under the group shot are the production credits, copyright information, rating, and other miscellaneous information. Mixed in, there are a couple of somewhat interesting items. First is where it states animatronic characters by Jim Henson's Creature Shop. And then, difficult to read even with just the naked eye, it says original motion picture soundtrack available on vinyl, cassette, and compact disc. The tape is one of the few tape labels that breaks the typical label standards. On top of a fun all-over print of a Ninja Turtle head in green, there's an FAG logo, a warning against duplication of the tape, the movie title, the movie runtime, and some miscellaneous information. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, is a mixed bag, with a lot of fun humor but also with surprisingly heavy dramatic scenes. It's a movie, to my recollection, that I've only ever seen on VHS, this copy specifically. It's survived over 3 decades of viewings, albeit not so much over the last 15 to 20 years, but here's to 3 decades more. With that, we find ourselves at the end of our discussion of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, on VHS, and the end of episode 28 of Tape Talk Tuesday. Thanks for watching Retro Video Playback.
Hmm.